Well, good afternoon and welcome. Thank you for being here, and thank you for all that you do for the Kansas City region. My role today is to offer a pretty high-level overview of the work that MARC does. More accurately, it is the work that all of you do through MARC. The strength of our organization, the breadth of the agenda you're about to hear, is really a testimony to all of you, to your dedication, to your leadership, to your willingness to come together, to achieve together. My role today is, our theme for this meeting is the importance of local leadership and regional collaboration. This is clearly not a new concept. Collaborative leadership has always been at the heart of successful communities, but we hope to underscore that idea today. Yes, we need our federal partners and our state partners. They are exceedingly important to our success, but they can't do it alone. And increasingly, we are finding that cities and towns, particularly major metropolitan areas, are the crucial source of energy and innovation for so many aspects of community life: our economic competitiveness, social progress, environmental protection. Quite simply, our ability to meet the challenges and opportunities in front of us depend on us. So I am particularly pleased today that we're going to be hearing from Clarence Anthony of the National League of Cities. I think you're going to find him to be a really effective ambassador for the idea that all of you, the people who lead our communities, are the problem solvers, the people who bring others together across towns, across organizations, across sectors to help us find practical ways to move this region forward around a strategic agenda. So let's take a look at how you are working together in meaningful ways through MARC on an agenda that you define, starting with transportation. The region's transportation system aims to provide people with safe, efficient access to jobs and businesses with access to markets. We continually update and invest in our long-range plan for a balanced, multi-dimensional system that serves an increasingly connected network of centers and corridors. We use a full range of options, from complete streets to expanded public transit to fostering mobility hubs that connect all modes of transportation and empower all users: drivers, riders, cyclists, walkers, as well as freight movers. And we work to coordinate and strengthen transportation operations across city, county, and state boundaries. Yet as much as we have achieved, as we look to the future, we are striving to do even more as we meet pressing challenges. We're addressing aging, often overloaded infrastructure by using a performance-based planning lens in funding decisions. We're responding to an alarming rise in traffic fatalities by advancing traffic safety solutions. And we're building clarity on how emerging transportation technologies can be successfully deployed through regional and civic partnerships. And we're making tough choices. This past year, the region and the state of Missouri collaborated to find a path forward on replacing the Buck O'Neill Bridge, which is among the many issues in this town that have advanced through the tireless contributions of Sheila Tracy, one of our honorees today, who has also helped to lead our progress in the next area we'll look at, our region's economic performance. Dozens of partners are working together to realize the vision of KC Rising, to advance economic prosperity through a coordinated focus on trade, innovation, and people. This is a remarkable demonstration of civic collaboration, engaging leaders from business organizations, the Greater Kansas City Civic Council, the Kansas City Area Development Council, and the Greater Kansas City Chamber, as well as local governments, colleges and universities, foundations, workforce agencies, and many others, in a concerted effort to promote a globally competitive economy that offers broad and inclusive opportunity. This partnership simply would not be advancing without the support of the Civic Council, which has been very capably led for many years by Jules Scott, who we honor today for her steady leadership of this and countless other regional achievements. MARC's role in KC Rising is focused on tracking and measuring our economic performance and on strengthening the regional talent pipeline. helping educators produce graduates whose skills are in sync with the needs of employers, helping to connect and reconnect people to college and technical programs, and attracting a new generation of young people to careers in public service. Today, we're also honoring Casey's Scholars, which is making a transformative investment in what may be among the nation's most ambitious community-supported efforts to broaden access to higher education for low and moderate income students, which is life-changing for families and essential to building the talent we need for our future. Our ability to attract the talent we need also depends on the quality and character of places, the places where we work, the places we call home. Together, we're using a range of technical, visioning, public education, and policy tools to encourage investment in struggling communities, to maintain the stability of older communities, and to foster the thoughtful development of new communities. And as we promote the quality of our built environment, our region also works effectively on a broad range of initiatives to protect the natural environment. And we look for practical ways to integrate these objectives into all the decisions that we make. We focus on maintaining clean air and clean water, conserving natural assets, managing waterways and watersheds, and planning for a more climate-resilient region. We're making important strides in reducing costly solid waste that goes to landfills and increasing our use of cost-effective renewable energy sources. And we enjoy the results of 25 years of coordinated planning and investment in our impressive network of trails and greenways, including a new plan to retrace 3 national historic trails that cross our region in partnership with the National Park Service. A good deal of our work at MARC focuses on helping people and families thrive. We are partnering to enable older adults who make up an increasing and unprecedented part of our region's population remain engaged, productive, and independent, helping cities and counties to be great places to grow up and grow old, and helping individuals adopt lifestyles that make the most of the gift of longevity. We particularly pay attention to supporting those who depend on critical caregiving and community services, and we are accelerating our efforts to modernize services and strategic collaborations to make a real impact on the well-being of older people. In response to shifts in the nation's healthcare system, we are coordinating a startup initiative, an integrated care network that enables healthcare providers to partner more easily with community agencies to deliver non-medical support services that are important to health outcomes. We're strengthening our collective ability to address homelessness across the region through an information system that connects community agencies to enable more effective and integrated services. And we're coordinating the work of public health agencies as well as community networks that broaden access to fresh and healthy foods and that promote affordable healthcare options. We've maintained a steady focus on expanding access to high-quality early education to provide young people with the essential building blocks for lifelong success, supporting innovative classroom techniques and assessment tools, developing a qualified early education workforce, and giving particular attention to low-income children and families through a reorganized and re-energized Head Start partnership. Our efforts to help people and families thrive has been actively supported by the Truman Heartland Community Foundation, one of our honorees today, which is an exceptional regional partner that engages hundreds of individual donors in effective community service. The region also maintains a diligent focus on emergency preparedness and response to ensure safe and secure communities. We support planning, training, technology, and public engagement tools, and sophisticated systems to coordinate operations, manage communications, and deploy equipment and resources. As a result, we've strengthened our regional capacity to respond to disasters and large-scale incidents, to track hazardous chemicals, to continually improve pre-hospital emergency medical care protocols, and to ensure that every emergency responder in every corner of this region can communicate across boundaries and provide critical mutual aid. Over the last year, we intensified our focus on increasing the capacity of healthcare providers to manage infectious diseases, and respond to a large-scale health emergency, as well as our collective capabilities to address complex, coordinated acts of terror. A cornerstone of our regional response system is a state-of-the-art 911 system, which recently completed a major equipment upgrade and is now focused on strengthening the routing of wireless calls and the redundancy and security of the network. We are so pleased today to honor Missouri State Representative Jeannie Lauer for her determination in passing legislation in Missouri to increase funding options to cover the costs of keeping our 911 network strong and reliable. MARC is highly focused on strengthening the capacity of individual local governments through dozens of cooperative efforts, including sponsoring high-quality training and professional development programs for public employees and decision makers, using a range of techniques to engage citizens in regional affairs, and producing high-quality data and research, including forecasting and mapping tools that help local and regional leaders make well-informed decisions. Working cooperatively, we provide essential support to small cities and coordinate an expanding set of cost-effective services shared by all cities and counties in the region. Local government in this region works, and it works well, and that is critical to building both public confidence and the broad community partnerships we've highlighted today. And through all of these efforts, we work strategically, we work effectively. We demonstrate amazing local leadership and strong collaborative capacity to plan, to act, to invest as a region. Everyone in this room is a part of the progress we make. I hope you share a sense of pride in what we've accomplished, optimism about the future of the Kansas City region, and confidence in our ability to address the challenges and opportunities ahead. Thank you all so much for being here.